Do you play Mobile Legends Bang Bang? Do you use Aptoide? Well, if not, I am here to teach you what it's all about and how you are missing out on insane bonuses and extra value for your money for not doing so. Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Mlbb and I hope you're having a wonderful day, cause I sure am. And welcome to a new Mobile Legends Bang Bang video. Today we are playing Tigrael here in the bot lane. And yeah, before we get into the whole gameplay, please go ahead and check out Aptoide if you haven't done so yet. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But for now, well, let's just get into the content. So we are having a 2v1 real quick here in the bot lane. And yeah, we're definitely going to be overpowering this enemy who's just totally unsuspecting and walking into a bush. And we also have an ADC together with us. So yeah, we're having an easy time with all that extra range. I always say this at the beginning of the videos, but for some reason in this game, people just don't really follow the rules of laning in general. MOBA, you know, like mobile games. Not mobile, like MOBA, like League of Legends and stuff like that, like this game. Yeah, people usually go 2 people bot lane, but for some reason people here just go 2 junglers, 2 mid lanes, 2 top lanes, and they don't really follow that rule. So yeah, it just kind of creates situations that are a little bit weird like that. So since we are having definitely prio here in the bot lane, since we are on 2v1ing, we're taking some camps, we are starting to think about roaming, but we can easily just go ahead and get this guy totally out of position, get a little bit of damage onto him, a little bit CC, and just, yeah, overpower him with our bigger range since we are 2v1ing. For whatever reason, this guy is not backing off and respecting the fact that we are 2v1ing, he's just running into it. Definitely not a very good player here. And we are not that in a bad elo. You'll see at the end of the game. Yeah, well, but for now we're just going to be taking the whole tower for us here, at least doing quite some sizable damage to it, because, well, nobody really is coming to contest. It's just kind of weird. We are like 2 minutes into the game, and this tower is already falling, and this guy just comes back for more, right? But it's getting to the point where we are soon going to be seeing more people just roaming around the map, and this guy, for some reason, seems to be a little bit of an NPC, maybe even a bot. But yeah, we have a 2v1 in the mid lane, and our mid laner is definitely just chilling. And as you can see at the score, we are 11-1 already. So yeah, whatever is happening in this game, yeah, you tell me. So we are we just kind of die there, trying to get a little bit of a cheeky kill. We come back to the mid lane, and yeah, nothing really was happening here. We had a gank 2v1 here, and one of our allies died. But yeah, we're kind of like swapping places with our mid laner here for now, since they just backed off. We're definitely not a very high damage kind of character. We're just like a tanky support, of course. So yeah, we are definitely in the need of our ally here coming and helping us, and we are just able to bait this guy long enough so that we can score an easy kill. And we go for a little bit of a very aggressive play once again. So yeah, we do die there, but we definitely force a decent situation, which ends up just being a little bit of an even trade. As you can see, well, it wasn't that bad for us, but we are still definitely in the lead. Our bot lane is just dealing with the enemy here easily, since they were put pretty far ahead by us, getting like 3 kills over there. So they are 1v1ing at this point and getting some easy kills. Still very, very good in the score, and we're just going to be going back to the mid lane here, and same thing's going to happen. We're going to have some allies come and help us while we are just, baiting a little bit for our team. We are taking a lot of damage, and we are not really doing too well for ourselves, just surviving, but we are able to bait for long enough that we kind of just score some kills. Now, this guy just came out of nowhere and absolutely ends up decimating us, which just puts the situation a little bit to an even position, but again, still very far in the lead. Now, whatever our bot laner is doing, they're just like doing jungle camps at this point, totally ignoring the farm. And yeah, we now have our enemy bot laner here just chilling in the tower. For whatever reason, this guy is definitely a bot, so there we go. We just go ahead and get an easy kill, and we are extremely in the lead, but we just have the same situation repeat over and over. And in this game, you are really definitely supposed to be roaming a lot, right? So that's what we do. We go to the mid lane, and we just try to get into a situation where we can create some very favorable position for us. But we are not a big damage dealer, right? So we are taking forever to get 1 kill. If we got anybody else coming to help us, it would have definitely been a different situation, but we just end up getting killed by Veigar from Wish. Anyways, yeah, that ends up putting the enemy in a little bit of a much better situation just because of those kills we gave away. And we come back and do the same thing. We are 2v1ing in the mid lane, and nobody's really coming around to help us. The farm is here, but the jungler is just chilling doing the camps. Finally decides to come around and go for a gank. And with some damage next to us, we do go ahead and kill them. It's again now a 2v2 and now a 3v2, but one of our allies goes down, and we are just barely gonna make it out of this one. But yeah, it's very unlikely for us to just end up being able to do much versus these situations. We are not a mage, we don't have range, we don't have attack, so this guy is really definitely getting fed at this enemy Veigar from Wish. But all in all, we are still in the lead. There's a turtle now that's gonna be up for grabs for the enemy, but instead of going for the turtle, the enemy just decides to chill in the mid lane, keep pushing, and just keep doing the same thing. They get one of our towers though, and it's a 3v2 here. Now it's gonna be a 3v3, so we're gonna be looking for a little bit of flank 4v3, but we take one down, so it's a 3v3 once again. And yeah, the fight's really spread out. We're just trying to tank this guy, but he just got so fed. We're really having a very, very bad time trying to survive. It ends up being a 4 versus 1, right? We are the only one that died, so definitely a very favorable situation for us. It's a free turtle now. It's a free gank on the top as well. The free kill on the top lane ends up being 2 kills, and we are just pushing heavily over there. But yeah, the mid lane is not a very good place for us to be chilling alone right now. We again have very little damage and are not just that tanky in order to survive this without much help. For some reason, our allies are a little bit blind, but this guy is also pretty weak, so we just take him down. Now, this is the guy we really want to be getting rid of, and there we go. He misplaces himself very much. Ends up being caught out of position. We got a very good pick over here, which ends up almost being a kill, and there we go. We snipe them at the end with a shockwave, and we end up just scoring a monster kill, pretty much just wiping them once again, and just putting ourselves in a very, very favorable position, and just stealing their whole basically jungle. Nobody did any turtles throughout the whole game. We kind of just had no jungler, to be fair. It was more of a roaming game, and now the Lord has spawned, but we are looking to get this tower instead because there's nobody contesting. We killed 4 of them in no time. The mid lane is still standing, but we definitely have a pretty decent push here to go on the top lane, right? So we're going to be following right through that, but we are going to run out of minions, unfortunately. Now, they are stacking up in the mid lane, so we are going to be looking to go for a fight and try and catch them off out of guard versus our tower, right? They're in the mid lane all clumped up. But it's not going to be easy because they definitely are in a better position right now. We are pretty spread out. People are not even going there, so it ends up being not a favorable fight. But yeah, for some reason, the enemies this enemy guy just decided to be very far away and not participate. He ends up taking us down. He's extremely fed, so he can sort of 1v5 at this point and ends up killing us. But we have a decent push in the top lane. As you can see, we are taking down towers for free. We took one of those. We're going to be taking another one, and they are still just chilling in the mid lane. I mean, we are dead, and they are scoring a mega kill, but we are already at their nexus. They need to be backing, and they do eventually, right? Somebody responds, and that push puts our push far back, but they ran out of minions, and we are now coming back to live, so it ends up just being a very favorable trade for us. Yeah, it could have been better. It could have been a better fight in the mid lane, but definitely nothing too bad. And now another big fight is just starts in the mid lane, and we are just gonna be running into the middle of everybody. Unfortunately, our ally there just couldn't do much and just died, so yeah, we go down. So it already started to be quite a long game, and we are definitely in the lead. We had a very, very nice play from one of our teammates there to stop the push where we died. They actually end up killing 3 people. So yeah, we just kind of get to a reset. We got our top laner there doing a very good split pushing, just putting their whole team at a stalemate here, deciding between backing and trying to save the Nexus, or just, yeah, chilling in the mid lane. So they're gonna be a little bit late to save the Nexus this time. Yeah, we just have about enough. And they do try desperately to go back, but yeah, it's kind of just about enough. As you can see, the Nexus is like 1 HP. We do take the mid lane tower because that one was pretty much already dead, but they are now pretty exposed. So yeah, they're gonna be clumping up in the mid lane, going for a fight. They do still have a giga amount of damage, but we get a pretty decent combo over there, which ends up almost being just about enough to kill them, but not quite. We also end up being left alone. For whatever reason, one of our allies just decides to go very far back and doing nothing. Otherwise, that could have been the end of the game right there. Now, look at the Nexus. It ends up just being like 1 hit away from dying. That was definitely extremely close. Even the minions almost just ended up killing it at the very end there. But our top laner is extremely strong, and he just goes to the top lane, kills the enemy. They are once again in the mid lane chilling, nobody's backing, and he's just gonna be waiting for some minions to respawn for he just gonna go in and get the Nexus for free. We do go in again and try to go for a fight here in the mid lane and end up dying, but yeah, pretty much at this point the Nexus is dead and he's just chilling over there, and that's it pretty much. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and that's pretty much it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and also check out Aptoide. Here is my rank for those wondering, and that's pretty much it. See you in the next one. So picture this, you are playing Mobile Legends Bang Bang and you want to be buying anything within the game. Let's just say you want to be getting some gems, right? So what you're going to be going ahead to do normally, as well as through Aptoide, is click on anything you might want to purchase. But if you do so through Aptoide, you're going to be able to see that right from the get-go, you're going to be able to see a bonus that's going to be indicating how much of an extra value in the form of a cashback you would be getting if you are doing this purchase through Aptoide, right? So imagine I'm spending, what is it, €2.79 in this pack. Well, if I am using Aptoide, I am going to be able to get a bonus, in this case based off of the amount of a bonus that I currently have unlocked. That is going to be 23 cents, right? So 23 cents that I can accumulate and then use instead of my actual real money to make the purchases for me, right? So right now I don't have enough of it, but if I did, I could go ahead and select the AppCoins credits choice right there, and that would mean that that's my payment selected option, so I can use those instead of my actual real money to do the payment for me, right? So it's a matter of accumulating bonuses, scaling up the percentage of a bonus you are going to be getting from these purchases, which you can do by, for example, using my code down there in the description as well as here on the screen, and then just going ahead and accumulating purchases until that percentage you're getting is just going to be bigger and bigger, all the way up to an extra 35% of any amount of money you're spending can be turned into a bonus, and therefore you can make those biggest purchases without actually, you know, spending that much money. Whenever you want to be spending and getting some gems or anything in the games, well, you can just go ahead and use Aptoide, and therefore you're going to be able to buy more stuff in the long run, accumulating those bonuses and being able to purchase more stuff basically for free whenever you have accumulated enough bonuses.